Alright guys, this is Corey's Crypt.
In this BDG reviews.
Yeah, we figured we'd do a little special on Hereditary since we were both pretty stoked on it. We had done
Yeah,
a podcast not too long ago, so figured just make this one kind of short or whatever.
yeah,
And we're actually doing a commentary on The Strangers 2 Tuesday, for anybody that's interested in that.
that's gonna be damn cool.
Because you're getting it Tuesday for sure, right?
For sure, yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, man, so let's just get into the news here. Basically, I guess a shout out, Anthony Bourdain died. He's not really horror at all, but I just
What?
found out today he was dating Asia Argento.
Yeah,
I did
so that,
not know that. I saw someone posted it, and I'm like, I'm more shocked that he was dating Asia Argento than I am that he died.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
it
like,
is
what?
it is kind of a surprise. Um, it's a damn shame. I mean, uh, from what I've heard, apparently he was like a huge film fan as well.
Wow.
So,
I didn't really watch Anthony Bourdain in anything. Like, I
I
didn't
did,
watch his show or...
I dug his show, honestly, because I mean, it'd be awesome. He'd go somewhere and he'd end up talking about like punk music to people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know he was all tatted up and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. He went to something and ended up getting a tattoo at like some party they were having. I think it was like I don't know. It was like just some like weird. Everyone was drunk, so they all got tattooed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
just might as well mention that for
Yeah.
whatever. But basically, what else is there? We got let's work our way up to Halloween for the last part of news.
Yeah.
So the Predator trailer, I guess, is this
Yeah.
one people? I just guess I don't think people are hyped for this movie because I didn't know about it until you said anything about it. It's like
Yeah.
I just think Halloween and Suspiria and everything are just
Yeah. They're kind of the main focus, honestly.
the good thing
But
is this comes out in September before all that.
yeah,
This
it
movie's
could.
smart and not competing with the.
Yeah, definitely. Um, from what I saw of the trailer, I think it looks okay.
Oh, I'm stoked for it, man.
I think I'm really hoping and hoping and hoping and praying that they stick with, stick to the story of the Predator. Don't go giving us some family drama about some, I don't know, some kid who's like autistic or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I have high hopes for it.
I
I
hope
noticed it says
it's
it's
really
not
good.
yet rated, so I'm hoping
Yeah.
it has an R rating.
Yeah, yeah, so do I. What did you think of that giant predator that it showed?
Oh, I think it looks awesome.
I'm wondering if that isn't in Predators,
Yeah,
that the really like big predator.
yeah.
I'm wondering if it's like, you know, the same sort of thing. Like there's like different like breeds of predator.
Oh, I'm sure that's what they're gonna do. Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's how it is in the comics and everything.
yeah. I think that's kind of cool. I mean, I know some people have been comparing it kind of to the new Jurassic World trailer.
How they have the hybrid thing at the end and all that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring up what someone wrote here. It said, here it is. It says here, it appears that humans are going to be teaming up with a predator in order to stop a 10-foot tall mega hybrid predator. This is weirdly similar to the introduction of the Indoraptor in Jurassic World, in which humans presumably team up with a velociraptor to stop, this hybrid. That's on Bloody Disgusting. Take that for what you will. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah,
I hope it's just a fact of like one predator is hunting these people, and this other predator comes down and is hunting this predator.
yeah. I'm real interested to see how it is. We're definitely gonna
Yeah,
have to do a episode on the Predator movies for sure. Like just
yeah,
do all three of them. I
yeah.
think all three of them are amazing.
They are. I mean, I still the first one's my favorite.
Yeah. I
Always
don't know.
has
I like
been.
second one too a lot.
I find the only problem with the second one, I like the design of the Predator in the second one a bit better, actually. I like the, like, tiger stripe, like, spots that it has and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I just find, you know, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny Glover.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I can see a Predator having trouble with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't really see him having trouble with Danny Glover.
Yeah.
But that's just me, right?
Yeah, dude. I'm interested to see Predators again too, because it's been a long time since I saw that.
Yeah, I enjoyed Predators. I mean, it was fun, mindless action,
Yeah.
and there's definitely a place for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm curious to see how well that does in theaters.
Yeah. Who knows? Hopefully it'll be a good movie, and hopefully it'll do well. Because I mean, honestly, more Predator is never a bad thing.
Yeah, I'm curious of what Predators did. I don't think it did too well, if I remember correctly.
I think it did well enough. I mean, it made money. Like, it didn't lose money, if I remember right. But I don't think it did like the massive box office that they were hoping it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No.
so
Yeah.
the next part of news, more horror related, is the Suspiria trailer.
Yep.
What'd you think of that?
I I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. And all I think it is with me is, Suspiria, the original Suspiria is such like a classic, and it has like a certain look and everything.
Well, it's famous for its colors and just the
Yeah,
style of it.
yeah. And we didn't get that in the trailer,
Yeah.
which in a way is a good thing.
So
It's
you
good
like
that
that now?
I like that they're going a different direction with it, but I think when I originally watched the trailer, I was expecting something different. I was expecting something more similar to the original.
Yeah.
And it sort of took me out of it a bit.
I see what you
Um,
mean.
yeah,
And you just
you know,
recently watched the original.
yeah, I just watched it the other night.
After
Uh,
watching that, did it make you like the new trailer more or less?
it made me like it more
Really?
because honestly, well, I'll just go into it quick. I won't go into full spiel about Suspiria, but I've always sort of found that Suspiria isn't a movie. Suspiria is a piece of art.
Yeah.
It's a piece of artwork. So as a result, when I watch Suspiria, I'm watching like this beautiful like picture. You
Yeah.
know, honestly, the story is just kind of meh. It's nothing really special. Honestly, at least I find. I don't find the acting super great, but it's just such a wonder to watch.
Yeah.
It looks so magnificent that everything else sort of falls away.
Yeah, I see what you
You
mean.
know, I'm hoping that the remake sort of remedies that. Doesn't go essentially like all style, no substance.
Yeah, that's what I think it looks like. It looks like it's going to go a lot more into the witchcraft aspect of it,
I hope it does. I
which
mean
I really hope
that's
it
cool.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Because that's what I love about the first one too. So, yeah, the
yeah,
whole trailer gave me a lot of like really witchcrafty vibes, which I like a lot.
yeah. Well, I dug that trailer you sent me where someone had edited in the goblin music
Oh yeah.
from the original Suspiria, and it worked perfectly.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
You know,
yeah, it almost feels like they literally cut it to um
the original
yeah, the
music.
original
Yeah.
music.
I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean that would seem like the thing to do, and then bring in a new score afterwards, and
Yeah, which what do you
put
think
that
of the
in.
new score though?
It sounds pretty good, honestly. I don't know if it'll be as like iconic as the Goblin stuff,
Yeah.
but I think it fits really, really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the cast, I wasn't sure about Dakota Johnson and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looked really cool from the trailer. And what's the chick's name who played Supergirl or whatever her name was in Kick-Ass?
Oh, Chloe
Yeah,
Grace
yeah, yeah,
Moretz.
yeah. She
Yeah.
actually she was almost unrecognizable. Like she looked pretty eerie, like the way they had her. And
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton, she looked creepy, and
Well, Tilda Swinton always looks creepy. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
she's weird. And
Yeah.
even Mia Goth, dude.
Yeah.
Like just the imagery was real creepy in that
Yeah.
trailer. I thought it was. I like that trailer better than I like the Halloween trailer, and I love
Yeah.
the Halloween trailer.
Yeah. Honestly, the thing is, until you mentioned Chloe Grace Moretz, I had honestly had no clue she was in it.
Really,
No, I honestly
you know which one she was, right? She was like the disheveled one that was like in the rain, standing near the building, and the dude's like looking at her all weird, like
man,
she had
maybe
escaped or something. Like remember the
maybe
beginning of
yeah.
Suspiria? I think that's the character she plays.
Wow. I mean, I guess that's probably why I didn't recognize her. Whatever. Honestly,
Yeah, the
didn't even know
hair's
she
all in
was
her
in it.
face and stuff. Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, they made her look almost unrecognizable and had a whole eerie vibe with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, that hook at the end and everything,
Yeah.
dude. And I like how they incorporated the maggots too, but it was
Oh
like in a
yeah.
different way. Like it was the maggots on her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always thought you can't go wrong with maggots.
Oh, I know. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, it sounds kind of odd to say that, but any movie, excuse me, any movie that has maggots in it is
Yeah.
just kind of awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Definitely.
like a given.
It just adds like a griminess to it. Like
Exactly.
even Ghost Ship, like one of the
Yeah.
most memorable. You've seen that, right?
Oh yeah.
One of the most memorable scenes is when they open the food and they're just filled with maggots and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh.
yeah, that scene and that wire cutting everyone's top head off is the only scenes I really remember from it.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit of a forgettable movie, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
You
off
know.
topic, I do want to get that on Blu-ray to check it out
Oh
again.
yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
years. Like I've wanted, you know those movies that were coming out in the early 2000s, like House on Haunted Hill and Return to House on Haunted
Oh,
Hill and
the Dark Castle movies. Yeah.
yeah, is Ghost Ship considered a Dark
Yeah.
Castle movie?
Yeah. Ghost
Yeah.
Ship's part of that. House of Wax.
Yeah.
Gothica. House of Wax is
I
actually
hate Gothica, dude.
Gothica is kind of meh.
I hate that
House
movie.
of Wax
I
is
love
actually,
that.
I know it's a lot better than people remember.
Yeah, I love House of Wax, man. Even back in the day, I remember really
Yeah,
digging it. I haven't seen it since back in the day, so I don't know how it would hold up. But
it holds up pretty good, honestly. And I
yeah,
mean, there's a Blu-ray out, a double feature with that and 13 Ghosts.
I love 13 Ghosts, dude.
So do I.
I love that
That's a
movie.
great flick.
I've heard a lot of people shit on that movie, just say it's too busy and all that, which I could
I
get it, but I
yeah,
love that movie.
I get it as well, but it's just a fun popcorn flick.
Oh yeah,
Again, it's a
yeah,
turn off your brain and just have a fun time watching it.
yeah. I gotta get that soon too. It's been forever since I've seen that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, not much we could say about Suspiria except we are gonna have a commentary and
Yeah.
on it for sure. And then when the remake does come out, we'll have a podcast comparing the two and
Yeah.
reviewing the two. That's a guarantee. And
Yeah,
I think the
definitely.
date they said it comes out is November. I remember I texted you the
Yeah.
day. I don't remember the exact day, but it's early November.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah.
like that they do that. They got Predators in September,
Yeah.
Halloween in October, and then Suspiria in November.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, like, can you think of any, like, movie that could compete with Halloween at Halloween?
Oh yeah, they were smart with that.
Yeah,
I've
very
realized too
smart.
after Hereditary that
Mhm.
see when I go to the movies, there's like a movie theater that tickets are only like $6. It's cheap and all that.
Yeah.
When Suspiria comes out, I'm gonna have to pay like the extra money to go to the fancier theater,
Yeah.
dude, because I've realized I can't see like movies that are supposed to be like really freaky. I
Yeah.
can't see them in theaters anymore, man. The audience, I can't handle the audience. They're just,
I know
they
what you
ruin
mean.
it, dude. Like for Halloween, it'll be fine because I'm not there
Oh,
to be
yeah.
scared by
Yeah.
Halloween. I just want to see it, you know, him wreck shit and all that, and just be
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about it. If someone makes a sound or something, I'm not worried. But like something like Hereditary, when it's all about sound and all
Yeah.
about being intense and tension, dude, I can't handle like young kids laughing and
Oh, that
joking
yeah.
around, dude, and basically giving a commentary. I can't handle that.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I
know
mean?
I know what you mean.
It's like, dude, I feel like turning around and being like, damn, you getting the attention you obviously really need. It's like,
Yeah. I sometimes just wish, like, you remember, well, I told you a couple of podcasts back, I think, about when I went and saw Dracula 2000 when that came out. And
oh yeah, you said someone said Kool-Aid or something like
no,
that.
no, no, there were people up at the back, and they were talking away, and there was this little old woman that came to the theater and was in there watching it, and she turned around and she goes, "Huh, this is why children shouldn't be allowed into R-rated movies." And sufficient to say they shut up, but it
Wow.
was it was just perfect,
Yeah.
and I honestly I wish there'd be more people like that.
Yeah. What movie was it you said you saw in theaters and someone yelled it's Kool-Aid or something?
Yeah, that was Halloween H2O.
What scene was it? Oh,
It
with
was
the floor.
where
Yeah, that's right. That's
yeah,
right. Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like
yeah.
what's this? And someone just out, it's Kool-Aid,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it worked so perfectly, and it actually made the movie a bit more fun.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff that
Yeah.
like
Hereditary though, did you had an annoying audience or no?
I had an audience that reacted. I'll
Yeah.
say that. So at scenes that were kind of funny, and there were a few, they'd laugh. At scenes that were, genuinely creepy, you'd hear like the gasps and like the oh and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that, but I don't like people talking over movies. I don't like I especially hate people on their phones during movies.
Yeah. Well,
Don't even
this
get me started on them.
dude, this theater, this dude like two seats down from me, he was like, I don't know what was going on, but everything scary that would happen, he'd be like loud. He'd be like, "What the fuck?" And he'd be like, "Dude," he'd be like, "What?" Like audibly, like, "Dude, like, are you
Okay,
that big of a pussy? Like, come on." Like, you
yeah,
gotta be like, "Oh my god!" Every scary thing that happens.
yeah, it's
Like,
like, come on,
like, dude,
grow
you ought to
there.
go see Ocean's 8, man. That's like more your speed, bro.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Dude, and then this girl behind me kept just talking and talking, and like the scene where the girls, well, we'll talk about more in the discussion, but just that scene where Tony Collette's like on the side of the wall, like just
Yeah,
crouched near the ceiling. Dude,
yeah.
she was like, just like, oh my god. And this dude on the other side of the theater is like, he heard her, and he was like, we get it. We see her. She's near the roof. We get it. Shut the hell up. But then that made her just like, you could tell after that she was talking more to like piss him off.
Oh, so
So we're all just
a
like sitting.
troll,
Yeah,
a complete troll.
yeah. It was just like, dude. Yeah, it,
Yeah,
it, it, it actually pissed me off, man. That's
yeah,
why I was like, I can't wait for this comes out on Blu-ray and I can watch it in complete silence.
yeah. That's honestly what that movie needs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a crowd movie for me.
No, no.
And what else is weird? We'll just get to it when we get to the discussion on that.
Yeah.
So let's just discuss like the trailer everyone's been waiting for, even
Oh,
mainstream
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Like I have a buddy on Facebook, Kyle. He's not like into horror. I've never heard him into horror or anything. He was just a
Yeah.
skater kid I knew,
Yeah.
and he reposted the trailer on Facebook and was like, "I'm hyped" and all that. And I'm like, "What the hell?" So
Yeah.
dude, like, yeah, this trailer's huge, man. And I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
heard anybody talk bad about the trailer.
No, no. And I love it. I completely love it. I haven't been this happy about a trailer since the original trailer for It.
What do you mean, the remake of it?
Yeah, yeah, the It remake, when that trailer first hit,
Yeah,
and I watched it like 17 times, like in like one day.
yeah,
Um, and honestly, whenever it came on like YouTube as like an
ad,
ad before, I'd watch the ad, the whole thing,
yeah,
every time. It's the same level of excitement,
yeah, yeah. This
and
thing's gonna be
I'm
huge,
loving it.
dude.
And I love the fact that it shows how he gets his mask back.
Oh yeah, the dude showing it to him at the asylum.
because that's one thing that always sort of pissed me off in the movies. It's like, like when you think of, like, which one was it? I think part 4, I think, or whatever. The idea that like he got the mask from like a store. He just stole it from a store.
Yeah.
It's like come on. I mean, how does he keep finding these masks? The exact same mask every time. At least this makes sense.
Definitely. Yeah. Blumhouse definitely was the people that should have handled it. And Laurie Strode looked, or Jamie Lee Curtis, I guess, looks a lot older than I thought she would look.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm used to seeing her in like the Activia commercials. She looks like 20 years older than that.
Well, I think that's probably a lot to do with the makeup.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I don't think she looks, she looks younger than that normally.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for it, man. I like the whole how it opens up at the asylum. It looks like a giant chessboard or something.
Yeah.
And then just like you see all the crazy people. And I like that they didn't show his face or anything.
Yeah, and I just love the fact, when the guy brought out the mask,
yeah,
everyone else reacts.
Yeah.
But Michael doesn't really react.
Yeah, I love the way
you can tell if something's building. Yeah.
It was a really believable way he escaped, like the whole transport bus.
Yeah.
Tipping over or whatever, and it just all the crazy people wandering the streets.
Yeah. And hell, I love the shout-outs to the other movies that they had.
What do you mean? How they're like the brother?
The part, yeah, and there's like, no, that's just something someone came up with. And then there's a part where Laurie's running and she has the gun and she's in the street. And she runs past kids wearing like the silver shamrock masks from part 3 and everything.
Yeah,
and apparently there's tons. Apparently there's going to be stuff like that for pretty much every movie.
That's cool. Yeah, I know Danny McBride wrote it, and he's a huge fan of the franchise.
Yeah.
So.
And honestly, I gotta say this. I think this Michael looks. I don't know. He looks bigger.
Yeah, he's badass. I
like more powerful looking.
Yeah. Now that scene with the bathroom with the dropping the teeth.
Oh, that's so sick.
Dude, I love how he follows it up with just grabbing her legs and just ripping her out from the stall, too.
Yeah.
That was badass, dude.
The whole thing about that, which makes it really kind of creepy, is it's almost like as a killer, he's evolved.
Yeah, he's like, remember he bashes his head against the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick, dude. Just that whole, like, because I kept hearing, oh, it's crazy, he drops the teeth. So I was expecting that, but I wasn't expecting the follow-through. I almost wish they didn't show that, but it is cool they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was sick. Just drops the teeth and slams his head against the door and then goes down and drags her from under the stall.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing also, though. When you think of Michael Myers in the original Halloween, he stabbed people.
Yeah.
That was kind of it. This kind of shows, he's been locked up for a long time, and more stuff in his head has gone wrong, to say the least.
Yeah.
The fact that not only is he going after this person that for whatever reason, but he's dropping teeth. It's like that means he's actively removed teeth from someone's head.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, I'm curious of where he gets the teeth, but
yeah, I'm thinking it's probably where he got the same place where he got his boiler suit from.
Yeah. You know how I love that too when he's walking to the one house, it shows him he's like holding the knife regular.
Oh, and then he flips it,
yeah. Flips it. Dude, that was sick and smooth how he did that.
Definitely. Yeah.
That ending shot, man, where the little black kid's like, "Can you close the door?"
Yeah.
Oh, that was sick, dude.
Yeah, and he's just stood in there and it's like, oh damn.
Yeah, and he has the knife already raised, like.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're not surviving this.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. I've heard a theory though that it's not going to be Michael Myers. It's like an imposter, like a Roy situation from Friday the 13th Part 5.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I honestly don't think that would bother me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I like Friday the 13th Part 5. I mean,
yeah. No, I mean, I think it would work because when you look at the original Halloween. He's just some guy, you know?
Yeah.
If you didn't hear Loomis call him Michael Myers, you'd never even know his name.
Yeah, I feel you.
The
The
whole idea,
one
that he was
thing I
just
didn't like
some...
about the trailer, my only complaint was
Mhm.
seeing that like kitchen counter moving, and you realize she has like an underground bunker and all that. See, I don't like so high tech stuff like that that it gets like
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like I like
Well,
stuff grounded in reality.
yeah. Well, at least there's no lasers.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Jigsaw.
Yeah, the lasers. Yeah. What, did
Yeah,
you end up watching that again recently?
I haven't watched it again yet. I got the Blu-ray, but haven't put it in yet.
You know what's funny? I almost picked it up today when I was at Wally World. I saw it.
Yeah.
But dude, you know what else I saw at Walmart too, man?
What?
I was shocked, dude. You know how like Scream Factory recently released that Scream Queen double feature with the fog and the Howling
Yeah.
in their
Yeah.
bin? Dude, they
Yeah.
have another one.
Do they?
Yes, a double feature in the bin, a double feature of Scream Factory's Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Dude, that's
Oh
pretty cool,
man,
man. It doesn't have any of
that
the
is.
features though, so I didn't
Yeah.
pick it up because I actually did plan on buying the collector's editions of 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Just because
I
I'm
mean,
interested in those transfers.
yeah, definitely. You know, and you know, we've been into it before about the whole thing about Victor Salva and everything,
I don't
but
give a shit about that, dude. I
they're
look
good.
at it, yeah,
They're good movies.
yeah. I'm so
It is
tired
what
of
it
hearing
is.
about that, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone praises Roman Polanski. Why can't we praise Victor Salva? You know what I mean?
Yeah. All I can think is Polanski's quote-unquote victim was older.
Not by much. She
No.
was 13.
Yeah, but his victim was like 8 or 9, something like that, wasn't he? Or 10?
Yeah,
You know.
it is what it is, man. But
Yeah.
I look at it as movies, dude. When you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, when I think of Jeepers Creepers, Victor Salva doesn't even come to mind.
Yeah, I hear you.
Although I do gotta say, when I was watching Jeepers Creepers, a little bit like a year or two ago, and I watched it
Yeah.
with the commentary, I will say it
Yeah.
is strange though, listening
Mhm.
to his commentaries, knowing what he did.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't hearing his voice throughout the movie, it would be, I have no problem at all.
Yeah.
Like, and to be honest, it actually pisses me off that we can't get Clown House.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it is what it is, but like, dude, I wanted a collector's edition of Clown House. I mean,
yeah.
well, but the
I
features,
mean,
though, would be just everybody talking about how crazy that situation was.
yeah, no doubt.
It would be cool to get like a, new interview with, I forget the kid's name, Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's that, man. So, yeah, I'm stoked for
Yeah.
Halloween. We're between now and October. We got a few months. We are going to knock out every Halloween commentary.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
already had, we've already done H2O.
Yeah.
And we are going to do the producer and director's cut of part 6, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I actually, yeah, I'm pretty stoked to revisit the producer's cut again.
Yeah, it's a fun cut. It really is.
Yeah,
I can see, after Donald Pleasance died and everything, I can see why they didn't go with it.
yeah,
But,
yeah,
it is what it is, right? Interesting little piece of movie history right there.
yeah. So,
Yep.
yeah, now we're at the 30-minute mark. Figures a good time to get into our Hereditary discussion.
Yep,
Now,
indeed.
I was like beyond hyped for this movie. I think I was more hyped than you were.
Yeah, I think you probably were.
Yeah,
I mean,
because did you like have this on your radar at all before I started like hounding you about it?
I saw a trailer for it, and I
I
thought,
think they showed a trailer in the beginning of The Strangers too.
yeah,
At
it
least
might
in
have been
America
that.
they did.
I remember I saw the trailer and I thought, oh, that looked kind of cool, but that was pretty much the extent of it.
Yeah.
And then, you were talking about it and everything. I went back, watched the trailer again and everything, and it started, kind of picking up steam, if you will.
Yeah. You know what's bizarre about this thing, man? Dude, every critic was talking about how amazing it is.
Yeah.
But then the score has a D plus.
That pisses me off to no end.
What's that score? What's that score from? Like,
It's
is that from audience?
from Cinema Score, whatever that is.
It must be audience ratings.
I don't know, but I know it's got on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like 93% or something. So
Yeah, I think this is just the fate for A24. I think critics love their movies and audiences
Yeah.
hate them. I just
Well,
think that's the way it is.
I think the problem is you have a lot of people going to movies expecting to be spoon-fed everything.
Yeah, but I
And
see what you mean. But this trailer, I feel like represented the movie. Like with The Witch
oh, definitely.
and It Comes at Night, I could understand how you would feel cheated. Like those movies, I get it. This, I
Yeah.
don't get it. Like if you saw the trailer, I feel like you got what the trailer promised. I mean,
Yeah. I like I said though, I think a lot of people went there expecting to be spoon-fed everything. Like every answer, everything. They expected someone there to be like, "Oh, look, there's a creepy old woman across the street waving at this little kid."
yeah,
It's like, no, use your brain a little bit,
yeah, definitely.
That's something that definitely I feel that people that didn't like this film, I don't want to say are stupid, but I don't think they were going in wanting like an intelligent horror film.
Yeah, I definitely hear you. I think what it personally is, I think it was just too long for people.
That's true.
I think people probably, I think the first hour and 20 minutes probably just made everyone not like it.
It does drag at the beginning, honestly. Honestly, I did find that a bit, but once the sort of the second half kicks in,
Yeah. I feel
that
like an
blows it
hour,
all
20
away.
minutes, like were you kind of like sitting there like really disappointed with it?
Well, I was sat there and I was kind of like, okay, come on, get going. Honestly, what this movie
Once
could have
the
done with,
seance kicks in,
yeah,
it starts going.
yeah. Well, honestly, I guess we should probably say yes. We're going to be talking about spoilers.
Oh, that's a definite. Yeah, that's
Just hit there. So here we go. Spoiler territory, people. Once the kid's head went flying,
that blew my mind, and
I loved that scene because I loved the brother's reaction.
well, yeah, dude, it was
He
like.
just pulls forward. He's just looking for it, and
The thing is though, the direction for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't know what the hell happened until the next morning.
yeah. I mean, you knew obviously it hit her head.
Oh yeah, I remember why everyone in the theater was like everyone gasped, like.
Oh yeah, yeah. Same with me. Everyone was kind of like, did that just happen?
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
Well, I think everyone, myself included, was expecting, the girl to be like possessed
main
or
thing,
whatever,
yeah, I thought it was-
and be yeah.
You know what's funny though? The Roomwork magazine kind of spoiled it for you without anyone even knowing.
I know that.
You know how
That's
it's that bashed-in
wild.
head on the cover?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was like the kid, but I assumed it was kind of like like an
Demonic
exorcist
form or
type
something.
thing. Yeah,
And then it all makes sense once you see it.
yeah,
And I'm like, damn, this magazine straight up spoiled it, but you have no idea.
yeah,
Dude, first of all, I like the whole setup to it, you know what I mean? I like the whole fact that, I actually thought it was really funny the way he was like, I want to go to this party, and she was
Yeah.
like, well, she's like, is your sister going? And
yeah.
he's like, well, does she want to go?
And just like, have you asked her? It's like, and
You could feel the
that's-
tension in this family, man. Like it
Oh
was.
yeah. Well, hell, that scene when they're having dinner afterwards, and he's
Dude,
like,
that was intense, dude.
and like she's like shouting, I'm like, no one takes responsibility or whatever. And he's like, she didn't even want to go. You made her go.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like when that scene came out, I was like, Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
it was definitely a big burn or whatever.
Completely.
It
It
was
was
just
like,
the dad was kind of he wasn't supportive of the wife at all though. Like that dad was kind of shitty though. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, well, one thing I want to know is like, why is the boy like Indian or something?
Yeah, he didn't really look like any of them.
No, I mean, and I mean, we know he was their like legitimate kid
Yeah.
because you heard her talking like she's like, when after I had my first child, I kept him away from my mother or whatever. Um, so it's obvious he is their kid, but he doesn't look a thing like them.
Yeah, I know. And the one thing too, which you don't think anything of it at the time, but it all comes together at the end. Remember the girl was like, "Grandma always wished I was a boy" or whatever,
Yeah,
and then you don't even think about it. Then at the end, it's like, oh,
like we get it
yeah,
now. Yeah.
dude, yeah. The whole intro, like in the party, like it was like a realistic party. You know what I mean? They're all
Oh yeah.
smoking or whatever, chilling. Rap music blaring.
Yeah, I just love that scene's like, there you go get some cake. Like, but I don't know anyone here. Just go there
Yeah,
and give
she's
you
like,
cake.
just stand there.
Yeah, just stand there and they'll give you a cake. And it's like, okay.
But
Yeah,
what's
and the
funny
thing
is they
is,
like blatantly
totally.
tell you at the funeral she's allergic to nuts or whatever,
Yeah,
and then right when they enter the party, you see the girl just chopping up all the nuts like an excessive amount.
yeah. And I remember she's like, like when she started mentioning the cake, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's gonna have like some kind of reaction. I thought if
I thought
anything
it
was
was a
gonna
high. I
happen,
thought it was like THC in the cake.
that would have been hilarious.
That's what I thought was happening. I thought she was
Yeah.
at first the nuts thing didn't even like process. I thought she was like freaking out because she got too high off the cake or something.
See, that would have been kind of neat.
That's what I literally thought was going on.
Yeah, I just thought it was hilarious. She comes into the room and he's like, there with the bong and everything,
Yeah,
and he's like,
mid
like,
hit.
like yeah. Oh man,
Like
that
there's
that
no
was good.
covering it up. Like
No, it's like it's just kind of well, shit.
yeah.
And yeah, that's the sort of thing. I thought if anything was gonna happen to that girl, it was gonna happen because of the allergy, not because of a telephone pole.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was just so. Well, the thing is, as soon as she stuck her head out the window, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, no good can come from this
I wasn't
situation.
expecting her head to come flying off.
No,
And
I
I didn't even when it slammed her head, I didn't think she was going to be dead.
no, I thought I thought the guy was gonna go into the house or whatever, and then the next morning she was just gonna be walking around like normal.
Yeah.
And the idea would have been, that like because of like the demonic possession or whatever that was starting to go on, that's what it would be. But oh man, I just love the reaction though. He's still in bed, and the mother goes out, and then you just hear her scream, and you never actually see what she's found.
Yeah, you just see the head covered in ants.
Yeah, and you're like, shit.
Yeah. Dude, that
You're
was
like,
crazy.
yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, his whole reaction, it felt like genuine. Like, and even, like, the mother was, like, freaking out, dude. Like,
Yeah.
she was, like, like on the ground, like, freaking out.
Yeah, and he was just like literally in shock.
Yeah, well, it showed him he didn't sleep that night. His eyes were just, like, wide open the whole night, same
Yeah.
position. Which would be normal, I mean.
Oh, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I just love that scene though. After Abney's in the car, and he's just looking forward, and then you see him. He tries to look in the rearview mirror,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and it's just like his mind won't let him even look.
Yeah.
And he's just drive home.
Yeah, that was great. I'm still in shock that they killed her off that quick. It was like a total psycho move.
Yeah, definitely.
Because she's all in the trailer. You think she's the main person.
Yeah, and then off with her head.
Yeah.
And how?
And that whole click thing,
Yeah.
every time she did it, or you'd hear it in the movie, you'd hear like
Yeah.
at least 10 people in the audience
Like-
do it too. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they did some good things with it though, like with the lighting, like when he's laying in bed and you see like the shadow in the corner, but it ends up
Yeah.
just being like a hoodie on his chair.
Yeah, but it looks totally like someone
Oh yeah, and then you
to
see
begin
her
with.
straight up standing in the corner and her head falls off.
Yeah, and then it's a ball.
Yeah, that was badass. That reminded
That
me of
was
the
a great
Changeling a
scene.
lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Oh man,
the
it
one
great,
thing though,
great flick.
they show these miniatures so much in the trailer. The miniatures played a big part.
Yeah,
The miniatures literally had nothing to do with the movie at all. Like
no,
there was no payoff with the miniatures. I thought that was a really bizarre thing to keep putting in the movie. Like they show her doing this. You could have cut all that miniature stuff out.
you could easily, and it would have been a much tighter paced movie.
Yeah, it was so dumb. Like
I
I
mean,
expected a payoff. It opens with the miniatures. It shows her doing the miniature scenes of everything, showing the grandmother. And it literally meant nothing.
yeah, I was expecting it to be like there was gonna like what was going on in the miniatures was gonna be what was happening in the house as well or something.
Yeah, but there was no
But
payoff. It
no,
was
no, no,
like
there wasn't.
literally, this movie's 2 hours and 7 minutes. If they would have cut all that miniatures, it probably literally would have been an hour and 45 minutes,
Yeah,
and it
and
would
I
have
think
been perfect.
yeah, I agree. You know, maybe just keep one scene in, just showing that that's what she does for a living.
Yeah, it was. I'm assuming it's there to show she's stressed.
I guess. I just love that scene where she's recreated the accident scene,
Yeah, and to
and
her it's completely normal.
she's actually put the head there and everything. And he's like, the husband walks in, he's like, what is this? And she's like, it's an objective view of the accident. It's
Yeah, I
like,
loved her reaction to it. And
really?
what if Peter sees this? And I love her answer. It's like, well, I'm not doing this for Peter. So
Yeah,
it was kind of just, it was funny, man.
yeah,
Dude, that kid
definitely.
though, I do give that kid props on his acting. Like when
Yeah,
she's yelling at him when they're at the dinner, like dude,
yeah,
he looks like sad and terrified, dude. Like his acting was, and especially when she like walks into his room and says, "I never wanted you," and I
oh,
tried
that,
to
yeah,
abort you and all that.
that was kind of wild, that scene.
Yeah, and then like you realize it was all a dream or whatever, and then
Yeah,
she goes and wakes the kid up, and she's like right all in his face.
yeah,
Yeah, but before we get to that, she basically goes to this like self-help group. It's like a
yeah,
grieving group, and she
yeah,
meets that one chick from Compliance and a bunch. I've seen her in a bunch of movies, but
yeah,
Compliance is what I mainly know her from.
yeah.
But did you suspect her of any kind of evil doing at all, or did the reveal of that surprise you?
It,
It shocked me, dude. I thought she was actually a good woman.
I thought she was a good person until the part where, she comes knocking on her door
Oh,
and
the
like
mat.
she's not there.
Yeah, well, the first they kind of hint at. Remember, she's looking at the mat, and she was like, "Oh, my
Yeah,
grandmother did mats just like that."
yeah,
But I love that when she goes knocking on the door, and it camera pans back, and you just see like the toys of the girl and just all these belongings of that family.
yeah. It was at that point that, I really sort of was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, those pictures in that album, I thought were like
Yeah,
genuinely creepy, dude.
yeah,
Like that, just the picture of the grandma in that like white garb. They're
yeah,
showering her with coins, dude.
yeah. That was odd.
Yeah, that was weird, man. That was creepy. And
Yeah,
then the whole thing, the dad's like, oh, the cemetery called they desecrated the grave and everything.
yeah. And then he just didn't tell her.
Yeah. So what do you think? So what do you think it was? You think it was the grandmother possessing Tony Collette to go through with all this? Like, because it's really like it's one of those ones you really got to think about, kind of, because
Yeah.
it's definitely a head scratcher, kind of, because you realize Tony Collette's the one that dug up the grandmother's body and
Yeah.
put her in the attic and all that, or it's like, or did they, or was it these cult members that you see at the end? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think probably it was the cult members.
Yeah.
That's why I just think, because she seemed genuinely shocked when she found the body up there.
Well, they said she sleepwalked. And
That's
remember
true.
they said she drenched her kids in paint thinner and woke up
Yeah.
with the match? Like, that's what makes me think maybe the grandma possesses Tony Collette or something.
It could be. It could very well be. I mean, it's odd. I just find it odd that, no one thinks to look in the attic.
Yeah. It'll
People
probably start reeking, too.
They keep remarking throughout the movie, like, what's that smell?
Yeah.
You know? Is it supposed to be, like, right, like, above the guy's bedroom or something?
I think so.
Because every time someone walks in this room, they're like, what's that smell?
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, the whole thing with her, like, calling to Peter, and he's sitting there, and no one else is seeing this woman.
Yeah.
All of that, dude. Dude, he look. I like how no one just excuses him from the class. Like, he's sitting in the class every day just looking, like, devastated, dude.
I know, and no one thinks just like, do you need to take some time off?
Yeah, dude, he looks like a wreck, dude, sitting there.
Yeah, and then just that part where he starts smacking his head into the table.
That was badass, dude.
That was, and I love
I like the fact that the trailer shows it, but in the actual movie, there's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
Like, he holds his hand up like he just shot, like, a three-pointer.
Yeah, he's like... like, go beat.
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought when I saw it, because you just see his arm pop up, and he has, like, he just, like, sunk it, you know what I mean, from the three-pointer, and it's just...
Yeah.
Like, dude, then you look at his face, it looks like he's, like, stroking out.
Yeah. And then they put that damn nose brace, I think you call whatever you call it, on him.
Yeah. What I like too is it wasn't just one smack. It was like three.
It was like poof, 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 poof. Yeah, it's like this kid's trying to break his face.
Yeah, I love that. I love the one stoner friend he's got when he's holding his hand up and he's like stroking out. The one kid's like, "Dude, are you all right, man?"
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But I love that whole thing. He looks to the side and his reflection's smiling at him. But
yeah.
I love how they have it linger there for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So you just...
yeah, they definitely...
just his reflection smiling at him like that.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you actually think about it, it's a genuinely creepy thing.
Yeah, I feel like they do that a lot, though, in movies.
Yeah.
Like, weren't they... What was the movie where everyone looked like they had... They had the troll face or whatever.
Yeah, you went and saw it. I didn't.
I can't remember what the hell.
Truth or Dare.
Yeah, Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all had that dirt face or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, all right.
But this movie made it scary, though, where the other one made it... I mean, it was still funny in this movie, though.
Oh, yeah. What worked with it, though, is it was just this look kind of like, like... Yeah, I'm here, and I'm here.
Yeah.
No one else knows I'm here.
Yeah, dude, I love that. The weird light thing, too, that kind of... That's one little aspect. It's so minor that I didn't like, was now that, like, reflection where it would, like, lead him.
Oh, the like, strobe thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really got that. I mean, like...
The one thing I give this movie major props for is I didn't notice any CGI. Like, I'm sure there was, but I didn't notice any.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's my biggest complaint with modern horror movies.
Yeah.
Is the CGI just looks obvious, but this one, I mean, I guarantee they used it because of the end, but... Yeah. But yeah, I didn't see any, like, faults in the CGI or anything.
I get the idea they used it properly. Use it to erase things, use it to cover up things that didn't work as well practically as they thought they were going to. You know?
Man. One thing I love about this, too, is there was no jump scares. I love movies that just have chilling moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And like, like we were saying about the woman in the corner part,
Yeah, I was saving... Yeah, let's might as well get to that part, because we pretty much discussed all the major parts in the movie. I mean...
Yeah.
But, dude, that ending, bro, like, when it gets, like, full... Well, first let's talk about the part before that, where she's trying to convince the dad what's going on, and it was like, throw the book in the fire. And the dad, like, dude,
won't do it.
Dad's a pain in the ass, dude. Like,
he is.
He's walking slow as hell. And then he's like, no, I can't do it. You're crazy. You're crazy. It's like, damn, dude, just throw the book in the fire. You know what I mean?
And the funny thing is, if he'd thrown it in the fire...
She probably would have caught on fire, right?
Yeah, and then everything would have been fine, probably.
Yeah, it's like the dude. I couldn't stand the dad's character.
He was a really, what's the word I'm looking for? He was a cuck.
Yeah, it seemed it seemed it seemed really bizarre that they don't look like a normal couple. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Like in real life, you wouldn't imagine Tony Collette being with him. You know?
No. No.
Although I will gotta say, dude, like the second half of the movie, she's wearing those like awkward looking like pants with those shoes and everything.
All of that,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, it looked like, dude, every time she'd wear it, I'd be like, oh my god.
I know, it was like you're wearing those pants
These
and like
high water pajamas with like, they look like straight up rain boots.
I know, it made no sense. I mean, I would have understood pair of running shoes, something like that. No, it's like some weird kind of cross between like, like yeah, like a rain boot and like I don't know, like a high heel or something.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
was
what
weird.
the hell it
It was
was.
weird. What made it so weird was the fact that the pants like came, like they were like halfway down. They were like capri. It was weird, dude. Like, it wouldn't have looked as bad if they just were like normal sized pants and went down to her ankle.
Yeah, there was some weird
Like the end of the
something or
pants
other.
ended right when the top of the shoe started. You know what I mean? It was weird, dude.
Yeah,
That just threw me off when I first saw it.
yeah,
But yeah, dude. Like when the dude catches on fire, dude, I love her reaction. She's just like looking at it, just.
yeah, and
But what sucks is they did see. I wish they wouldn't have shown that in the trailer. But this is the kind
yeah,
of movie where they had to have shown something in the trailer to kind of get you hyped, you know?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Because at least you don't know who's on fire in the trailer. You know what I mean?
that's true. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing the trailer did really well. What it did show, um, you
There
never
was
knew the
more to
context
every
of it.
scene. Yeah, and there
Yeah,
was more added to every scene.
yeah. It just worked, honestly.
Yeah. Now, dude, I love too how when you first see Toni Collette, like, I don't even know what you'd call it, what she's doing. She's not really I guess she's floating, but she's like in the corner, kind of like, I don't know. Like we're just in
Yeah,
the corner, like crouched, looking like, she's possessed or something. Dude, they like show her for like a while, and I
yeah,
really dug that, dude. And the way she crawls out of the room, I thought was
yeah.
badass looking. It's like she was like swimming or something.
What I dug about it was the fact, at first, you just think like, is it part of the ceiling?
What? Toni Collette?
Yeah, that's when I first saw it, I was just like, okay, so that's just the corner. Then I'm like, wait a minute, there's someone in that
Yeah, they
corner?
keep her in the shadow. Yeah,
Yeah, and they did it, just enough that you couldn't really tell, but then you started figuring out, you're like, there's someone literally right in that corner.
well, they do that earlier on too. Remember when she like looks in her room in the very
Yeah,
beginning and she turns the light off and you see the grandma like
yeah,
kind of in the corner, and then remember that she turns the light on, there's
yeah,
nothing there. That was kind of creepy too, man.
that was.
But yeah, dude, like, what do you think of the way she like crawls out of the room? It's almost like she's like crawling on the side of the wall for a second. That just like
Yeah,
starts, dude. She's swimming in the air,
yeah.
dude. And
It, it,
then
it was just kind of eerie.
yeah, man. And then he's like in the living room, and then they just show her on the ceiling again, dude, just like looking down.
Yeah.
Bro, when you see that like naked old cult member like kind of
I,
appear, dude, I was like, what the hell?
yeah, that was like, all of a sudden there's like some naked person there. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I was sitting there like, who the
okay.
hell is that?
Yeah. I mean,
I thought it was a ghost or something, to be honest, or like a demon. I wasn't sure what it was.
yeah. At first I was thinking like, is it like the entire like not guilt, but like the grief crew?
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't
Also,
know.
one thing I gotta say about the cult too. Remember in the beginning when the little girls, or they're at the funeral of the grandma?
Yeah.
Remember you see that really weird dude, like near the
Yeah.
casket? He's like looking at the little girl all weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. I just wanted to give him a shout out.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm assuming he was probably a cult member.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
You
but
know,
dude,
I
I
wish
love.
they'd shown more of like the cult members just going about their business.
I know, man. I do wish they would have. I mean, it's obvious the one girl with the seance was a cult member,
Yeah,
yeah, I wish they
but
would have showed a lot more of it too. But I guess they
yeah,
wanted to keep it a secret till the end.
yeah, but I mean, just like like if you'd had like the mail delivery guy
Yeah.
was one of them or something like that, just something, you wouldn't automatically pick up on, but when you'd think back, you'd be like, wait a minute, like he was in the grocery store or whatever, and she was like doing something else, and you'd recognize them kind of from like around.
Yeah, they don't really show the cult members that good, actually. Just that, like,
No,
old man is really the only one you see, like, really head on.
yeah,
But, dude, that was, oh, I love that, dude. Even talking about it got me excited to see it again.
yeah,
Just because, yeah, man, when he finally realizes what's going on and he runs up into the attic, dude. And I
yeah,
love, dude, she's, like, pounding her head against the attic, like, from the ceiling.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was just insane.
and then she just appears in the attic.
Yeah,
And she's like sawing her head off with one of them audition saws or
yeah,
whatever.
man. Yeah, I got to that scene and I was like what, like what's she doing? And I'm like, it's one of those damn wire saws.
Yeah.
Because of course, I saw it the day after we saw
Bouquet of Guts and Gore.
yeah,
Or no, which one was it?
Blood Shock,
Yeah.
where they had it in there, and I was like, damn, not one of those things again.
Yeah, man.
And I just love the fact then you just hear the body thump.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy, man. And then I love, yeah, dude, like when I saw it, I was like, it's just the way she's like staring at him, why she's doing it.
Yeah. What I wonder is what happened to her head.
I don't know, but dude, do you think it was weird? The body just starts like floating, and then like floating into the treehouse headless.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
cult members just come walking out of the bushes. Like, dude, it was creepy, man.
Yeah.
Dude, and then you see the little girl's head on the little mural or whatever, like the little
Yeah.
doll thing they made.
Yeah.
Dude, and there's all these headless bodies just bowing at this thing.
Yeah. I mean, where are the heads?
Yeah, man. What made it really sinister to me is just seeing the mom, though, like bowing headless. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't know. It just made it that much more like creepy, just because like you followed her through this whole thing and you really felt her pain, and then you just realize, well, she's doomed for eternity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And that's the thing I wonder though, like where the hell is her head? Both her and like the grandmother or whatever, neither of them have heads. Where'd they go?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the head thing. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
And then see, I love the whole thing. They put the crown on him, and I love the way the
Yeah.
crown looked. Like it looks like the crown the dude's wearing on the cover of Der Toad's King.
Yeah.
Like I love that. And I forget Pinon or Pinon or
Pinon or something like that. Yeah.
like the Prince of Hell or something or whatever they called him.
Yeah, like one of the 8 kings of hell or whatever.
Yeah, dude, it was badass. I love the whole color scheme of it and everything, just up
Yeah.
in there, just the whole sound effects of it, and the look of the dude. It's like, I don't know. It was like it was still terrified of it all. Like it was just like
Yeah.
kind of crying. It was just a weird situation, man. Like it was
Yeah.
eerie, dude.
I just love that reveal though when they mention that it's like one of the like 8 kings of hell.
Yeah,
The fact that like this isn't just some like random demon. This is like someone important
yeah,
that they brought in. This is like a hell lord type thing. This isn't you know this is like a bigger deal than
yeah, yeah. Now, is this your favorite movie of 2018 so far, or has there
so
been something
far.
else?
So far, definitely this. I mean,
I mean, you like you like it better than Strangers too?
well, they're very different movies.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. Strangers 2, I couldn't see at the Oscars.
Yeah, you think this will get a
I
mention?
I,
or no?
I could see this getting. I tell you what, if that kid doesn't get a Best Actor nomination,
Either the kid or Tony Collette has to be mentioned.
and if they're not, it's like a goddamn travesty.
Especially if Get Out got mentioned at the Oscars and this doesn't get mentioned at the Oscars.
Yeah.
That's going to be super lame. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Get Out was cool, but it wasn't Hereditary good.
No.
There was no performance in Get Out that I thought was as good as the performances in this.
No, hell no. I mean, honestly, in this you believe every character.
Yeah, even the dad, I don't like the dad's character, but
No,
but his acting was good. Like I thought he
yeah,
portrayed. I'm sure the dude's a nice, cool dude in real life. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's like
but he portrays like this, like
yeah,
I don't know this.
yeah. Literally the only, like I said, the only downfall of this movie, and it's so minor, is the miniature thing.
Yeah,
That's the only fault I think for it. You know?
yeah, and honestly, it's the sort of thing. What this movie could have done with would be one of two things: either a shorter cut, so cut out like all that, all
You
the
know they
miniature
cut out.
stuff
You know
and
they
things.
cut out an hour of this already.
See, the thing is, if that had more like more stuff in it, I I could go for that.
You think they may release it in the Blu-ray or no?
I would assume they probably would. I don't know whether they'd edit it back in, but I'm sure they'll put the footage on there. I mean, yeah, it either needs a shorter cut or a longer cut,
Yeah, I hope they
which
have the
sounds
option of both.
really weird.
I hope
Yeah.
they have the option of both. Like, I don't want them to only have the director's cut. Like, because
Yeah,
I want that
I mean,
option where if like the 3 hour cut is just brutal, like boring wise, like the
yeah,
build up, then
yeah.
I
Essentially,
want the option of the theatrical cut.
yeah, what they need to do really is, if they wanted this to be like a roaring success, you know, is just another run through the editor,
Yeah.
honestly, and just trim the fat a little bit, you know, and
Now, you think this movie is going to be a huge success, or does the D plus have you a little worried
uh,
about that?
it has me more worried for the state of movie fans.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, it just makes me sad that, you know, there are people that see this and think, you know,
Boring.
it's boring, you
Yeah.
know,
I think this is for like a mature person's horror film.
definitely,
I
definitely.
don't think this is for like a teenager.
Oh,
Whatever.
no. Hell no. And I mean, the funny thing is this coming from me, because, you know, I've gone on record many times saying, you know, how I feel about The Shining.
Yeah.
You know, that I don't think it's that great, really, you know, because it's boring, it's slow and everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, I didn't have any of those problems with Hereditary.
No.
You know, because honestly, like, it was kind of that way until the chick's head came off.
Yeah.
And
No.
as soon as that happened, that changed the entire game.
Yeah. See, I even like the moments leading up to that too. Like they actually had some funny moments. Like I said,
Oh,
with
yeah.
the
Yeah.
counters with the kid talking to his mom, and then I like just the whole thing that they're showing him just being normal kids.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
like
think
the
it just
brother
went
I thought
on
was
too
really
long.
realistic. You know what I mean? Closet smoker
definitely.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a scene too I really dug where he's looking at the red light from the treehouse,
Yeah.
and it's reflected in his eyes, and it looks
That-
like he has like
yeah.
red pupils.
That was cool.
Yeah, man, kind of hinting what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see why they were put it next to The Exorcist. It's just you just can't do that, man. You can't. You
What
just
they
can't
should
compare
have-
yourself to The Exorcist.
They should have used a different tagline. They use a thing like scarier than The Exorcist or whatever. You can't use that.
Yeah,
All they
there's certain
just
movies you just can't.
change the words around a bit and say the scariest movie since The Exorcist.
Yeah,
You put that in, you know,
even
You know,
that is.
that
You know,
it's,
I'm
that's
cool
pushing
with,
it
I'm
a
cool
bit.
with just one word quotes like chilling, or
Yeah.
or you need to see this one. You know what I mean? Just quotes like that. I don't want to quote
Yeah.
like this is the next Rosemary's Baby or something, which may be the case, but you know what I mean? It is.
Yeah.
Don't be that bold right off the bat.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, you know, we're the ones that decide that.
Yeah, exactly. You need to be a little humble coming up from the
Yeah.
get-go, especially since That's a
Yeah.
first film, but it's not the director making the quotes. So.
No,
And
but I mean,
realistically, it's the company that puts those quotes on there. So.
yeah, hell, despite everything that, you know, companies say, it's the fans that
Yeah.
decide.
Yeah.
You know, we decide if something's going to be like a cult film. We decide if it's going to be like a big theatrical success. You know, really, just you know, give us a brief synopsis or whatever, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, that's all we really need. Let
Yeah.
us decide.
Yeah, definitely. So what month
We're
do you
good
think
at
this
that.
is going to get released? You think October, possibly?
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I mean,
I hope they don't wait till Christmas, but they usually do that for big, big movies.
yeah, I think probably around October. Yeah,
Because movies now usually have like a 3 month turnaround. No.
3, 4 months.
What month did Strangers 2 come out?
That came out in, I think was it
Was it
February?
April? February.
Well,
Let me look it up so we can, because this will give
yeah,
us an exact pretty much idea. Because movies come out so much sooner than used to.
yeah,
Like, do you remember when you actually had to wait like a year for a
yeah,
movie to come?
yeah,
Like way back in the day, I remember when to wait ages.
yeah.
Now it's
I,
like you're like, holy shit, it's already out.
well, hell, I can remember the movie that started it.
What, come out
It was,
early?
yeah, it was the Blair Witch Project.
What do you mean? How long? That
It,
came
it
out right
came
after
it
the
came out
theatrical?
it came out in the summer, and then at the October for Halloween, it was released on DVD.
Wow.
And
I
they
like it like how it is now, though.
yeah, it's like they realized, you know, don't wait a year, you know, strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. See, what it is now is with video stores that worked,
Yeah,
waiting forever. But now with
yeah,
everything you need, it's all immediate now. Well, The
yeah,
Strangers 2 came out March 9th.
yeah. So in
Yeah, it's
between the
coming out.
two,
It's coming out June, whatever Tuesday
June.
is. That's like
Yeah,
less than 3 months. That's 2.5 months.
yeah. That's kind of crazy, honestly.
Yeah, that's it. But hey, I like it. So,
Yeah,
if you kind of figure it, June, July, August, say we'll give it 3 months. September, you
yeah,
know. So October seems very, very likely is when it'll come out.
yeah. I can totally see it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a commentary on it for sure.
Yeah, it definitely deserves it. And I
Yeah,
tell you what, this is a movie that deserves like, you know, Scream Factory style collector's edition
yeah,
Blu-ray.
it'll never get that though.
No. Well, not
A24,
until
they don't even really release. They don't. Their releases don't even really have that many features.
I know. I hate that. I really do.
Yeah. The
You
good
know.
news is I think The Witch and Green Room, they
Yeah.
all had commentaries, so good chance we'll get
Yeah.
a commentary. Where most movies, or some new movies, don't have commentaries at all.
That pisses me off to no end.
I know. The remake, have a commentary?
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
that's dumb, dude.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
movie that big, they can't afford a
all
commentary for it.
all I can think is they're waiting for the director's cut.
I'm starting to think it'll never happen, man.
I think it might, but I think it's going to be probably after part 2 comes out. And then they'll release some like special collector's edition, which is like, you know, like the director's cut versions of part 1 and part 2, and maybe like
They
together.
could. What I think they'll do is I think when they release the date and the
Yeah,
trailer and everything for part 2,
yeah,
that's when I think they'll release it to get everyone hyped again for part 2.
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get it regardless. I hope they give you some like
Yeah,
alternate cover art.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it needs you know, more features on also.
Yeah, which pretty soon we are gonna do commentaries for it and the remake. Those are gonna be
Yeah,
definite commentaries we got to do in the near future.
yeah,
Which we already do have a podcast episode on them. So if you want to hear our thoughts on that, you can go ahead and check
yeah,
that out. But yeah, we're gonna end it on that. Like I said, we wanted to keep it short and sweet, get our detailed thoughts on the movie,
yeah,
out there for people who wanted to just hear more about it after seeing it.
Yeah.
So glad we got that out there. And come October, when it comes out, assuming it comes out in October, we'll
Yeah.
have a commentary, so you'll hear a scene-by-scene thing, because it's definitely a movie that benefits from multiple watches.
I
I
think
could
so,
already tell
definitely.
just by seeing it, it's going to benefit from multiple. And yeah, right when I get it, dude, I'm going to get it first day. I'm going to watch it in silence so I could like truly enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like we'll do a commentary on it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. So
Yeah.
this is Corey's Crypt. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, and this is BDG Reviews.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.